feared for the power of her mind, worried about what she could find.
Hello Libra, this is a timeless reading for you. I'm using my own tarot cards and I feel like there is some kind of breakthrough inside of you, some kind of pattern that was very quickly triggered. Buttons, when they were pushed, you were very quickly triggered. Something that you didn't want to face as well, even though you faced it partially, it feels like you never fully faced it, or you never allowed yourself to look into it so deeply that you reach its root. I also feel like there was some kind of, some kind of dark entity maybe that was even convincing you. It could be that this dark entity appeared to you as a person on the outside, but it's not really important if this person is on the outside. Mostly I even feel this is really just a spiritual entity, a negative one that somehow lives like a leech inside of your system, trying to control your thoughts and emotions. You still have your own power over your thoughts and emotions to some extent, but it feels like something, it's really trying to influence you in a very negative way. And it caused a huge blockage that is not even your own blockage. It's like as if this, I want to bring the Baroness card closer. Just imagine this barren surface, this dried out earth that became like a stone already, almost. And it blocks this, the semen of this plant to break through this, almost concrete-like ground and start to grow. And I feel like this entity blocked you from becoming your true self. And for some of you, I feel like you are even aware of that, like that someone is really possessing you in some way. And as I said, for some of you, it could be a person around you, but for many, I feel like it's, if you are spiritually very sensitive and aware, you might understand what I'm trying to say. And I feel like this entity with these bad intentions, like they are somehow cutting off the branch that they're sitting on. Like they made this ground so barren and so thick, hard, dry, nothing can grow, nothing can even come through it. Like they exaggerated this kind of torture so much, this kind of injustice, that it is like the ground, you can see in the image, it's too hard, it's too stony. And the sun is so hot and it's just burning through and it is cracking open, it's cracking apart. You can see it here everywhere because it's not just extremely dry, it is too dry and too hard. And now, it is imploding, exploding, I don't know. And finally something can grow through these spaces that are being created by this kind of detonation of the ground, of the blockage. And the person or entity that tried to create this is not very smart. It might at one point appear as if this person or entity is extremely smart, And they know very well how to sabotage us. How to manipulate us, hurt us. So it appears like they know us so well, and they know all our steps, and they know how to ruin it. And then we might feel powerless, but they have overdone it. They have exaggerated, and now it's just like this desert ground. It's cracking open, and it will be falling apart. And then there's your growth. And there is not only growth, there's also some kind of healing. Even though this card says honesty, I always see some kind of healing in it as well. Another weird thing I was getting immediately when I saw your cards was there is something about your skin. If your skin feels very, very dry, there will be some healing to that, especially as soon as this blockage or this entity is being removed or destroyed. These two cards made me feel like there is something about your skin and the healing of your skin. Of course, the healing of your heart and mind as well. And there is this deep honesty with yourself. There is this deep intimate connection with some kind of higher source that always tried to reach this point in you, but you blocked it. And not only you blocked it, it's like you were blocking yourself from seeing this blockage. You were blocking yourself from healing this blockage. What I'm trying to express here is like you put another blockage, your own blockage, on top of the blockage that is not your own, that is someone else's work inside of you because they just want to destroy you, hurt you. They created this, it's like a curse. And on top of that, you build a blockage so you don't have to, maybe because you didn't want to admit that someone could do this to you. Maybe you respected this person, loved this person, maybe, or you were just neutral, but you didn't have any beef with this person. Like you did nothing to anyone. So it was hard for you to imagine that someone could really want you to be destroyed so badly. Like someone really wished unto you that you would fall super sick, that you will lose your hair, you lose your teeth, I don't know, get cancer. I know maybe for some people that sounds exaggerated. I know such people. And I know other people who know such people. Like there are such crazy people in the world. You don't even have to say or do anything to them. And they just hate your guts. It's just sometimes, people just enter a room and then there will be a person that will look at them with so much hate and project so much terrible stuff into them. I've seen such things. And I feel like it's hard for people to imagine if you yourself are not like that at all. Then, you could tend to project your goodness, the good qualities in yourself onto other people. Not even being able to imagine that someone is at the same time doing the opposite to you. Projecting their inner hell onto you and wishing you all those terrible things. Could even be someone you only talk to twice. And then this horrible energy gets attached to you and causes all this, even physical diseases. I know some people don't believe in that, but that's how it is. With the pretense card, it made me think like it is a bit of your energy. As I said earlier, like you maybe didn't want to face something, or you tried to face it to some extent, but when it got really rough, like you felt like you can't face it on any deeper level because it's just too much. And yet this card also has a positive meaning in your reading because it also makes me think of physical strength, physical fitness. So my cards, they have no color, they aren't black and white, and I don't know, I just feel like maybe this guy has really smooth, radiant, glowing skin. I'm not getting rid of this feeling that there is something about your skin here that will become a lot better. Actually, we could also perceive the ground literally like a skin. Something that is covering what's on the inside from the outside, like this kind of boundary between inside and outside. Everything ends with our skin. And it's like the semen has to grow and push through the skin, the ground, the surface. So the ground is like the skin between, the air, what's outside of the earth, and the lower parts of the earth and the semen. We have night and day next to each other and right. And this is a bit weird. The first thing I got, the first thing I felt was confusion looking at these cards next to each other. It's contradictive, it's unlogical, it makes no sense. Why is it like this? Maybe I pulled the cards wrong, blah, 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 blah. And then I realized, okay, that's the expression of the cards. This might be a state that you feel, like you tap into it a little bit, like you're confused. Something is black and white, like my tarot deck. Something is cold and warm. And you might feel confused by that, but it's right, it's okay. You are meant to go through this, whatever this is. And it's not a horribly burdening confusion. It's more like being puzzled, but feeling that in the background, the answer is calling. And this could be an invitation to analyze less, to think less, trying to figure out. Maybe it's a very deep spiritual calling here. I'm also feeling a very positive energy from both cards, like seeing the good qualities of both states of day and night. Maybe you preferred one. Some people like to be up at night and work at night, others during daytime. We have our preferences. Some people become depressed when it gets dark, but I feel like you will understand something about this kind of play with light, dark, and you will enjoy both night and day. And you will even find similarities and not see them as some kind of opposing energies anymore. Another thing that it makes me think of is photography, because it's like a negative and a positive image, like the black and white parts being turned around here. And it reminded me of photography, and there's something about that as well. Maybe you maybe you just enjoy photography, especially nature, taking pictures of nature and your environment. On the right card we have nature again, sun, pine tree, mountains and lake. And for others, I felt, if we think back, the topic with the skin coming up, maybe you hated how your skin looked in pictures. Maybe you just hated in general how you look in pictures. And there's also an improvement regarding that coming in. At the bottom of the deck we have joy. So that's a very good one. And yeah, we have good. What more could I say? So I feel like there's a lot of good energies lingering around. As soon as this barrier, this blockage, this possession is gone, there's just happiness and joy. But there's also sadness and the devil, and I feel like it's not, on top of this reading, it is something I mentioned earlier and just a confirmation of that. I was talking about this entity or person that caused this blockage, build it up within you. This is coming from this energy, and it made you sad a lot. It made you very, very sad. Or even worse than sad. Yet, there is a dwarf catching your tears. There is guidance from you, for you. And here the same counts. Like with the terrible person, here with the positive good person. This could either be a spiritual being around you or a literal person physically around you that will always support you, catch your tears, and just, watch out for you. We have earth, burden, abundance. I don't want to pull anymore, I think. Yeah. I feel like the burden card is not literally a burden. It's more like packing stuff, going somewhere, feeling very connected to the earth, standing on both legs in a very stable and strong way. You might have been feeling a little bit unstable. You might have even worried that you're not able to take care of yourself anymore in some way. But this will change. I also feel drawn to the roots here. You will grow a very thick, strong foundation and feel very rooted and grounded. And the abundance card, you know what this means. There is more than enough of everything. The focus here is not mainly on money, but there is enough money. There is more than enough money. There are some coins here on the table, but there is also, delicious foods. Flowers are growing. There's the perfect harmony between rain, water, and the sun. If there was only sun and no rain, no flowers would grow. So everything is very abundant and satisfying and harmonious. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this part of the reading here and pull some sarcastic animal messages. And as usually, don't be offended by these cards. They are just a joke. We have Zebra. I am extravagant and untamable. This might be a new energy that you're tapping into. Maybe you felt, not only sad, and maybe you felt like humiliated, ashamed due to this blockage, this possession, this feels like energetic abuse that's stuck in you. And also this issue with your skin, if you have an issue with your skin, could also make you feel like maybe it just made you lose self-confidence. And you felt very bad inside of your body. inside of your skin, but this might change and you might be in the energy of the zebra or zebra. Also, we have a donkey and a zebra, so they are quite similar. There's something about their energy, their statue. Maybe these animals have a specific meaning to you. Okay, next one. The ants, I'm small but I'm strong. Okay, this is totally your energy. Very tenacious. Just like this little plant coming out of this super dry ground. The next one, the elephant, I'm social and empathetic, but I can storm you to death. Yes. Again, I feel like these animals are all quite related. And yeah, this is just you. You're still a good person, still social and empathetic, but you also know when and how to draw your boundaries. I want one more. And of course, all these animals could have a very personal meaning for you that I'm not aware of. The eel, I'm shook. That sounds really sarcastic. I mean, it is sarcastic, but it sounds sarcastic in two ways. As if you would say that to someone in a sarcastic way, like someone trying to shock you and you're like, oh, I'm so shook. Or I'm so shocked. Like, not at all. Like you're unimpressed with something and you might even provoke someone with that. Okay. I'm gonna leave it here for you. Thank you for watching.